Hello everyone, this is Nate with Simply Sharp, and continuing along with our series on knife maintenance and care. I want to talk about how you know when your knife needs to be sharpened. Like, how do I know it's dull? I'll say the first thing is you're probably even asking that question, right? So there's a good chance that if it doesn't just feel sharp, it's probably losing its edge. I will always tell people the first thing you should do is try to hone it. This is a honing steel. Check out our video on that. 9 times out of 10, that'll really increase the performance of the knife. But knives will lose their edge, and if you've honed it and you're still not noticing a difference, then it's certainly time to sharpen. The other thing you can do, and you'll see me do this a lot, when people call me up, I go to their house and I'm kind of inspecting their knives, I'm looking at them, and I do this thing. I kind of will do that. I'm touching the edge of the knife to my fingernail. If there's an edge on that knife, and it's no pressure, that's like not even the weight of the knife, it's just nothing. It bites into my nail, right? And I can just feel that very slight bit of resistance. If you don't want to use your thumbnail because you've got nice nails or you're just grossed out by it, you can use a Sharpie. It should just stick to the edge of the Sharpie, right? If the knife is dull, some of it sticks, like right there, right? It's just sliding off. It'll do the same thing on my fingernail. So that is one way to test if your knife still have an edge. And again, if it's doing that, try honing. And then if it still does it after honing, give us a call. We'd love to sharpen your knives. Another thing that I tell a lot of people is a cucumber is a pretty good test. So a cucumber, well, let's talk about tomatoes. It's nice to be able to just like slice right through a tomato, but it's a little bit of an unfair test. You guys would be calling me every month if you just simply weren't able to slice right through a tomato super easily. There's just not a lot inside of a tomato to allow the knife to get through the edge. Like the skin just pushes down into the soft part of the tomato. So it's just a little bit of an unfair test, but a really sharp knife will go flying right through a tomato. I like a cucumber. It's got a pretty hard skin on it, right? So if you have a sharp knife, it should just, you could just push right through it, right? You don't have to do anything. You might need to just give it a little start and just have like a little slice, right? But what you don't need to do is saw at it. So this knife, I don't know, we'll see. Actually, this one's not that bad. Let's try this guy. Yeah, so this one, still cuts, right? So a dull knife will still cut, but I am sawing at that skin a little bit versus, and I don't know if you could see how much pressure I was exerting. There was quite a lot versus even this slightly dull knife and this knife, even sharper, it just goes right through, or I can just, right? So super sharp. See what this one does. Yeah, so I think a cucumber is a really good test. It's a lot more fair than something like a tomato. If you are having to kind of saw back and forth to get through that skin, again, light pressure. Using too much pressure is what causes accidents with knives, and it's why they say a sharp knife is a safe knife, because you're just a lot less energy at play. If the knife slips, it only moves like an inch or so versus sliding off a cutting board and into a finger or a hand or something. So yeah, there we go. If you're having any troubles with a cucumber, give us a call.